Morning everyone, hope you're doing okay. I'm just doing a recap of my short video about how I generated wealth for my non-profit to scale it from 100k to 1.3 million in a year. So a lot of people are asking questions around, well, how did you do that? Was it just down to a database, etc. So I just wanted to share some light about actually how using a database and a client relationship management system actually helped generate a lot of wealth for my organization to help me scale it. So in 2005, I started a non-profit called Striding Out that supported young people to set up social enterprises or progress into employment and training opportunities with social enterprises. It was a great vision I had. I was only 25 at the time, and all those concerns around, can I do this? How can I generate income? Am I able to do it? All of those challenges we have every day in how do we generate income as a non-profit. So I started out really just networking, building my contacts, meeting lots of social enterprises, meeting lots of inspiring young people, setting up social enterprises, and like many organizations, those contacts that I accumulated ended up in my Outlook, maybe ended up in a MailChimp list, ended up on a spreadsheet. I was delivering workshops, inspiring other young people to set up social enterprises, running networking events. So I had a lot of data everywhere. And I decided to bring a marketing assistant on. So within the first year of trading, we did just over 50k in the first year. And I decided to bring on a marketing assistant to help me. And with that, we realized that we needed a shared database. So I downloaded the free 10 licenses from Salesforce because I didn't want to pay for a database or a CRM system. And initially wasn't sure how to use it, had actually never used a CRM before, but everybody was talking about that's a place that you start to put all your contacts down. So started to put into the database all the contacts we'd met, conversations that we'd had, and didn't really appreciate, I suppose, the wealth that was going to give me going forward. Now, as a non-profit, you can tender for opportunities for fundraising and grants to deliver programs, but I always felt that we were too small for that, and it was a challenge to win that directly. And a great opportunity came up where it was a tender opportunity to help place young people into social enterprises and create job opportunities for them and even pay the salary of the young person. And I thought, this is a perfect tender that I'd love to be able to get. How do I do it? Because we were too small to be able to bid in for it ourselves. So what I did was mail out to all our contacts using our CRM system and ask them, would they be willing to take on a young person if they had a salary to pay them and would train and support them into a role, whether it's marketing, etc. And within a day, literally, I had the 60 odd social enterprises who I'd mailed out, had completed a survey that I'd used and said, yes, they're willing. And we had 100 job opportunities open to young people. And with that information and with that wealth of those contacts that I had, I went to an organisation who I thought would be bidding for this contract and said, could we be a partner in this tender with you? Because I've got 100 job opportunities here with 60 organisations that are willing to put these jobs forward. So those contacts and that data suddenly gave me wealth and a bit of leverage to kind of be part of that opportunity. And we were lucky to be taken on. And what I found was that was a really great model. And so I did that 5 more times, working as a subcontractor as part of a larger organisation, because I was able to go to them to say, well, look, we have these organisations that are willing to be part of this, but these are my relationships and we've got a passion to work with young people. To support young people into the social enterprise sector. So it was a really great opportunity because I didn't have to be a lead on a tender. I was never going to win it myself, but being part of a partnership consortium where there's a lead prime contractor and you're part of that network was a really great opportunity for us to grow and help grow our capacity within that year. And being part of larger organisations also gave me that insight into how they run and how they operate. And that's when I came across, with that first contract that we won, it was with Social Enterprise London, which was a consortium body, an infrastructure body that was around at the time. And they had customized Salesforce to track all of their delivery and outcomes as well. And that was a big part of our first contract that we had. And I realized that actually a CRM system isn't just about contact management, it's about being the central hub of all of your data. And actually you could build it out to track all your delivery that you're doing and all of the outcomes that you're getting with young people. And I had that whole light bulb moment of like, oh my gosh, this could completely change our life, because I was trying to track this stuff on spreadsheets, not very coherently. And I realized that I could build out Salesforce to track everything that we're doing with social enterprises, with young people, and get all of that data. And that's exactly what we did for all these contracts that we were delivering, was using Salesforce to track all our delivery. And what that gave me was really rich data, because I was able to coherently cut down how many young people had worked with, in which parts of the country had worked with them, what support they'd had, and what outcomes they were achieving, whether it's they setting up a business, completing a training qualification, or going into employment. And that scalability, over all the time that I was managing the organisation, we'd worked with 10,000 young people, and I was able to cross-cut that data to know exactly which countries they were in, what the gender was, what the age was, what the ethnicity was, what the outcomes they'd achieved. So if I was doing more bids, I was easily able to pull down our data and show in that specific area or in that specific country, or with women or with girls or boys or whatever it is, I was able to put that data easily into our tenders. So it's sped up my fundraising capacity to do fundraising much more, because I had all of that data at hand. And within that year that we scaled up, I suddenly went from sort of 5 staff to 100, sorry, not 100, 40 staff. And so there was a lot more delivery staff. They all had to input their data into our system, so I could report that back to our partners and our funders to demonstrate what we were delivering for them. But it also helped me demonstrate to new funders what we could do. And so we started to win contracts ourselves as well, because I had all this data to hand. So it was amazing to have a central hub of all of our data, not data in silos everywhere. And the other kind of key aspect, I think, for us that really helped win funding and demonstrate a difference, a USP to our funders, was around the more softer data we were collecting. So anybody could say, well, we got somebody into a job or a business, but actually, how did you do that? What were the softer skills that they learned on that journey to progressing? So whenever I reported to funders, or I was going in for new pitches, we'd collate all our softer data as well, to say, well, how many people had increased their PR skills, or how many people had increased their networking skills, or how many people had increased their mentoring or leadership skills. All of that softer data as well we were collating within the system, and we could report on and tell much more qualitative stories with it. So we had a whole bank of case studies and media stories that we could use to really kind of get that across. So without that central database of information for being able to easily sort of engage people in programs, report on programs, be able to demonstrate our impact quickly as we needed to funders, partners, etc., I couldn't have grown the organisation that quickly, and I certainly couldn't have managed a delivery team, to deliver these programs and contracts we had. To achieve what we did. And that's why I'm so passionate now about helping other non-profits to do the same, because I know what it's like, be it I was a small organisation, but if it's bigger, it must be even worse to have disaggregated data everywhere and not to be able to quickly respond and use that data to help raise income for the organisation and report on it. So it's the reason why I fell in love with Salesforce. Completely appreciate there's other CRM systems that can be great for your organisation too. The main lessons for me was having a centralised data system for contacts, for fundraising, for impact, and everything being there, so I can pull on that data for whatever I need for marketing or for fundraising, reporting, etc. It changed the wealth of our organisation, and I was much more easily able to scale and secure more funding to kind of make us successful. So I decided to make that my career, of helping other non-profits do the same, helping them streamline everything, collect everything, build this bank of data to help them accelerate their success at whatever level of organisation they are, whether it's a one-man, two-man organisation to you know, the largest organisation we work with, like the Shaw Trust in the UK. So there's, you know, these lessons apply for all of them. Now, how I did that was I met with a Salesforce consultant initially, and they told me everything that the system could do and gave me some tips around the structure and how to set it all up. But I also put myself on a Salesforce admin training course where I learned all the tricks around how to manage Salesforce. Never worked in IT before, never used a CRM really a lot before, but just found it really intuitive. And I have to say, all of our clients are non-profit professionals who typically don't have an IT background and all pick up Salesforce admin skills. The system is built to be manipulated around clicks rather than code. So we also really focus on capacity building organizations because, you know, I did it. I learned Salesforce and built out my system to manage my marketing, my fundraising, my delivery, my HR. Literally, I had a one-stop-shop system that did everything for our organization. And that was perfect for us. So that's what we like to do for other people now. And I like to be able to help deliver. So if we can help you do the same, that would be amazing. I'm doing a 5-day challenge in the group next week in the Facebook group. So if you want to be part of that, you know, I can help you think through your strategy, what you need to do, the steps you need to take, how to get other people on board with it, how to secure funding for it, talking through all those different things. We also have a free CRM strategy course, which is a little bit longer version. So I'll be sharing details about that next Friday. If you're already committed or using Salesforce, we also have a Salesforce admin training course. So you can apply to go on that course. It's £1,500. It gives you all the skills you will need to manage your own CRM system and to help your team use it. So there's lots of different ways we can help you, as well as getting more hands-on with your consultancy as well. But I really do feel that, you know, data gives you wealth. You can see companies like Facebook are all built around data and using data, which fuels their own wealth. So it's the commercial strategy and applying that to a non-profit. If we can help you do it, we're here to do that, inspire you. I've been through that journey, and so we can hope we can help you too. So we'll be seeing you in the group next week for the 5-day challenge. If you want to be part of it, great. If you've just taken away some knowledge from this quick video, then that's brilliant. Good luck with your non-profit and your data collection. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.